I just want to say this little tidbit real quick. I think the same way that we get better in life in terms of go through trial and error and do things that we don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? So to build a skill, you got to do it repetitively or whatever. Like that's the same way that fuck. What did I just say? That's the same way that we become friends. Become friends, man. Look, my thing is this, right? Somebody has to risk their opinion. This is the reason why small talk is just like, oh, playing it safe or whatever, whatever. That's not really getting to know somebody. Knowing somebody is taking a risk with your opinion and you possibly getting rejected about your opinion. Rejected. I'm not talking about having a cool argument or whatever, agree to disagree, because if that was the case, then a lot of us wouldn't have that issue to fucking say something or whatever. You know what I mean? But now it's not the case anymore. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't want to say shit and risk the potential of who they are and the crowd that they roll with and some shit like that, man. So it seems like nowadays saying your opinions and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy getting comfortable with a motherfucker when you know they agree with the shit that you agree with. You know what I'm saying? Or they have the same common goal, but the way they try to get there is just two different routes. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny. It's like when I think about it, man. It's just like I mean, the same thing goes with a dude getting a chick. Like I can't even say the same thing for a chick trying to get a dude, but the same thing with a dude getting a chick. Like you got to sit up here and risk the rejection in terms of you saying hey how you doing or fucking or saying something like you fucking rant not ranting but fucking saying your rap whatever your pickup line is or your pickup game is or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like what life has in store for us is like, yo, dude, you always have to do what it is that you don't want to do in order to be better or to go through something. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with people is the same exact formula. I mean, at the end of the day, really dealing with a lot of this shit is pretty much the same exact formula. You know what I mean? Now, how we all come to the conclusions that we do, like an addiction is an addiction. I'm pretty sure somebody who's addicted to one thing could sit up here and speak about being addicted to something else, whether they know about it or not. It all comes from relatively the same fucking place, and we all try to get the same, get to the same destination, same destination for the most part. You feel me? So I don't know. I'm just sitting up over here thinking about it when it comes to people dealing with people and it's just like, dude, it's just like I said when it comes to life itself, man. It's like you learn how to do something in one direction, in one way. It's just like there's no reason why you can't take that same formula and apply it to something else. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I'm talking to women right now is the same way that I've been talking about music when I started playing. And before that, it was about life and death and suicide and shit. It's the same shit. It's the same shit, man. And ultimately, we convince ourselves of pretty much anything because we could argue the opposite state of the world. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your opinion is, I could argue the other side and be valid with my point. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? We could argue, and it's like you don't have to agree with me, but you can see where a motherfucker is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because now we in the day and age where the way we grow up is just so anything can happen. Anything can happen that could produce a thought that makes you think or lean in a direction that ain't popular with the times is in. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting here watching I was watching the Marvin Gaye interview. This nigga was like, man, I'm over here saying some real shit, but it seems like people don't want to hear my real shit. They just want to hear sex. The sex music or whatever. Well, if I gotta keep doing sex music until I'm able to do my real shit, then that's what I gotta do. You know what I mean? It's just like, we do get to a point in this place in life where it's just like, hey, stay in your lane, motherfucker. You don't understand this. It's just like, it's not to say that the motherfucker can't understand something else when they're trying to look into somebody else's lane. But maybe there's something that person, that individual who recognizes whatever it is that they're doing can be applied to something else and they logically thought about it, you know what I'm saying? Then we need to listen. You know what I mean? And that's generally how pretty much anything goes. You could apply one thing and put it to another, uh, but 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 that was funny. Uh, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about, nigga. 'Cause that text message just made me laugh a little bit. Oh, but yeah, dude, fucking. My point is, dude, people ain't shit. We can argue against anything, and fucking, and the formula to one thing you could use and it applies to something else. I mean, it's gonna be the same, like the same type of execution, but you know how you convince yourself is that's ultimately up to you. And you know what? That's ultimately what the fuck words is. How are you going to convince yourself to do what it is that you need to do? What words do you need? What what perspective do you need it to come from? You know, what emotion do you need it to come from? The Rubik's cube to a person to get them motivated to do something. If the thing is motivation from the external point going into the internal as the outside looking at the motherfucker on the inside. What? Yeah, you know what I mean. People are fucking Rubik's cubes, dude. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I want to talk about, bro. Fucking people ain't shit. Animals ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. But all right, those.